What is poppin', people? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. We got round 2 from, I think it's week 2 of SR2.5. We got the Digimon and the Alphamon gang with the coolest of boys facing off, I guess, the rest of the Royal Knights. Before this matchup was pretty awful with the like Alphamon that just refused to leave, staying on board. But now that's kind of been cut for more aggressive pieces. I'm gonna see the training, and obviously, you know, the Dynas is a really nice early card. Like, obviously going second as well, really clean. We've got the Mega Digimon Fusion, which now has the cool boys, the White Source, so that's why we're taking a look at that, just trying to figure out what that card does. Are we gonna see a nice early Royal Knights of the Purge? Yeah, that's what we're gonna see, the Purge. Purge load up the Omni X. And the black memory boost. So we got a full smorgasbord of like delays and things in the back. Dextoru got in the back, obviously with nothing. It's a really short stack. Like, really awkward turns really here for Harry. Pitch off. Out comes the Omni X. Does have rush and is able to swing. Got to play that last Guardian to keep him around. And then the cool boy for 4. Gonna get to end of attack without suspending, so it gets 2 security checks basically off of that, and it's gonna get to do 2 security checks again next turn minimum, unless we can get rid of him, which let's be real, we won't. We could, like, obviously, you know, try and force the Omni like with a taunt where it's like, oh, you either get rid of it or you let it go, but obviously, you know, being on Dexdora already. Duragray loading up the Oriyumon is cool, and we're gonna make the Alphamon recover 1. Passes over 1, and we're just taking a look to see what it is that we've got available right now. Start of main would attempt to schlep up the French Omnimon, and we're just gonna let it go. No need to last Guardian right now. I think we're gonna be de-digivolving, gang. Oh, Omni, just gonna pop him. Okay, yeah, that works. It's not like it had protection, so it just gets to play the Omni, and now this Omni can turn into Omni X. Gonna training, whiff on it, and then, yeah, Kosuke gonna disappear off of the cool boy. Not ideal. And interesting is, again, that we're not seeing this Omnimon go. Like, it would have been an extra chip that he would have been able to do, so we're just gonna see the last Guardian get committed once again. I'm just gonna pick itself back up. And then down comes the Magna. For 0, gain the memory actually off the cool boy as well. And now we can just pass on Omeka probably, I would imagine. Yeah, gonna pass on the Omeka, has the blocker here. That said though, it is tauntable, so if we're not careful and you get to push up and taunt, then there's some danger there. Training, trash 1, draw 1, but we don't have the Tamer because Kosuke was sent to hell. Yeah, so just not ideal. Pitch off the Alp. Okay, the Oryukin Ace. Gonna draw 2, gain 2, and then we get to pitch, gain 1. So we go up to 5. Scrambrew into Doru Gray. So this is cute, because you can load the Oryu and then pitch off the rest. Losing the Raiji kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Crack the training, go into Oryumon. Oryu, load the Doru Gray to pop the Magna. Floats into an... to the Omeka, so now we have 2 Omekas that we can't get rid of. And yeah, really unfortunate that we can't pick the Alphamon back up. We do have a bajillion checks here, so I think we're just trying to figure out how much value we get out of each of them, and whether he needs to kill the Omeka now. Training once again gonna whiff, which is kind of Turbo Dog. And then Doru Gray? It is a protected Oryumon, which means it's immune to deletion. I mean, Oryukin from the top rope still just kind of clears it, which is kind of deeply unfortunate. These black decks really not liking what we've got here. Yeah, I don't know how he clears this, in all honesty. So we're going to put another Last Guardian down, effectively costing 0 now. Down comes the Omni, is going to spin the Lizard. swing an Omeka, gets to load up the Ryuken. Yeah, we definitely had a bunch of different ways that we could have cleared that body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in deck. Nothing in raising. Scramble the Dorumon, and we're going to load the Raiju. So we can actually guarantee a taunt here, which is nice. Training into Doruga. Dex Dorugoromon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Never mind, it's 7 now. And he's going to thin that down. Oh, yeah, we're going to draw the 2 cards, gain the 2 memory. Protoform. Oh, into Dex Doru, great. Okay, so this will pop a level 4 lower, so we can pop the Omekamon here. Oh, never mind. We're choosing not to pop the Omekamon, and we're going to make an Oryu. Okay. So this is an Oryu that is now going to turn into... The Omekamon is going to choose to swing, and then we're going to recover 1, burn 1, take the check. And it's minus 15k, so the Omnimon X does, you know, you can't get rid of the Omnimon X here, which is kind of unfortunate. 2 cards left in deck. And it is the Glorious SP. I feel like we didn't get to acknowledge that enough. Glorious looking SP. Turn skip, of course, as well with the body. 2 checks there. And then Kosuke to load it back up. We do have reboot. So it's a reboot blocker. And then Cool Boy reveals not the... So Mega Digimon Fusion is going to be there. If he swings, then we get to load. So he is in a decent place here. But obviously, you know, we know Omni can kind of beat some ass. We're going to make the Omni come down. We're going to draw 1, gain 1. We're going to summon the squad. And then we get to minus 15, but it's not going to be enough. We're going to burn 1, and then get to load and protect. And we get to steal 3, but then the Alphamon steals 3 back, which is quite funny. Is going to swing, overflow, and that's going to be all the checks to take game 1. If you yell from the hills long enough, you might actually start getting people to believe it. Whether it's proclaiming to be the next Hokage or the Digimon King, we find the approach of telling yourself that you're nice like that in the mirror and to every passing person is a great way to manifest it. Famously though, card games are not built equal. Being a major protagonist or antagonist doesn't set you up for success, so we want to know whether Shoutmon was just more than a capable squire or was able to become the king in the competitive scene. So we ask, how good was Shoutmon actually? If you yell from the hills long enough, you might actually start getting people to believe it. Whether it's proclaiming to be the next Hokage or the Digimon King, we find the approach of telling yourself that you're nice like that in the mirror and to every passing person is a great way to manifest it. Famously though, card games are not built equal. Being a major protagonist or antagonist doesn't set you up for success, so we want to know whether Shoutmon was just more than a capable squire or was able to become the king in the competitive scene. So we ask, how good was Shoutmon actually? And whilst we do get shuffled up for game 2, I want to say a big old thank you to everyone that has been supporting the channel. We got the Mega Justice Josh and Ultimate here on YouTube, a tier 3 on Twitch. And we do have the Ultimates, the Tommy NT, Tommy Tricks on the Sticks, 3 Strike Rule, Brad, and King of Knights. And then for our champion, Shinny Carry, Coffee Deus, DHM over on the right. Oh, and it looks like we are just going to be going straight into it. So maybe we'll get to say hi to the rest of the champions and the rookies later. So we're going to just see the instant Magna and then rookie plus Dorumon boost in the back. Lovely black memory boost. And Last Guardian does pick up the Dynus. Choosing to stay in the back makes a lot of sense here. We're not gaining anything from going out. Never mind, we're gaining a security pressure. Is going to hit it, and we're going to pick up the X antibody and the Dorumon. So managed to get the value in. Down comes the Dynus. Dynus picking up the double Last Guardian, because it can just do that. Dorumon to the field. So Dora in the back, Dora in the front. Oh, yeah. Those cards do get trashed rather than bot decked. I don't think we're going to be worrying about deck out here, but at least resolving the game state. Going to pop the Dorumon as the Chessmon comes down. And then we're going to pass turn with the Last Guardian, which I'm sure is going to be showing up again. You need to see that Kosuke out fast. I'm not going to be finding it, though. Going to be going for that 1-cost Dorugamon. Real unfortunate about these Kosukes. It feels like the taunts have just not been where they need to be. Obviously, that's where the Raiji Ludamons really help a lot. Draw 1, gain 1. Pitch 1, gain 1. Get to go back up to 2, and then we're going to Cool Boy. Okay, picks up the Dex. Interesting. Probably playing for another stack here. And then just going to have to go for another cool boy. Do you pick up the Prodigal Son? No, going to be sending him to the bottom of the deck. Playing for the rookie because, I mean, it makes sense. We're not really expecting much out of this stack. It is a blocker retail, so you'd be losing the token no matter what. Gonna play the Ganku. Ganku play Jess. Jess play token. Token clear the body. And we do get the Protoform heal 1. Obviously going to swing in knowing there's nothing that we have to worry about there. And the Ganku Jess play, like, was cool before, and, like, it was Ganku Alphamon before, but now Ganku Jess get token feels really, really good. Obviously, playing the sister was cool before as well, but speaking of cool, 3 cool boys. Horizontal, as we Dex evolve. Once again, blocker retail. And Doro Grey, does he grief? Not really. We can get the DP buff, or we can load the Alphamon here. Alphamon to set Alphamon protection. It's such an awkward line to be on, but he can have double protection here if he manages to load the Alphamon and then make the second one, but I'm worried that he's missing what we need here. Yeah, doing the count on how close we are to the Clown Fiesta. I'm going to make the Oriyamon. Oriyamon with a form of protection if we make Alphamon Oryuken, but right now there's currently no protection. Man, it's rough. I do wonder if the BT13 Alpha does, you know, make its way back into the list. Because situations like this, yeah, where you're just unable to stop him from, like, kind of like smarting you. I will say it's definitely a problem with the matchup has always kind of been the Knights can kind of like board clear their way through Alpha a bunch of times, but I think the BT13 Alpha might allow it for it to be a little bit stickier because we've rebuilt every turn, which is what's really impressive. But as you can see, as the deck gets fanned out sideways, we've been rebuilding every turn and drawing like 5-6 cards a turn. We've lost no security, so it's not like we've seen anything else. And I think he's just figuring out how many draws he has for the rest of his turn, so he doesn't just deck out 1 million cards in hand and very few in deck. 1, 2, 3. Load the one of 3 cards left. And draw the rest of them. We have to make regular Oryuken here. Gonna taunt, scramble, Alphamon, and then there's nothing. We're gonna swing. Oriyumun revealed. Let's make the Alphamon ace. Gonna get to minus. Gonna check security. Gonna snatch, turn skip, and scramble a card to the top of the deck so he doesn't die. Okay. So it does get to turn skip and we get some value out of it. I dig it. Like Mem Boost. End of turn, gonna get to swing in. We're gonna gain 3. And then get the block. So the burn one is where we got the memory back. And then Lost Guardian stops the Alphamon from dying. We're going to swing to try and trade. Oh yeah, the token for blocker. Rookie. Scramble. Yeah, Scramble will do that. He can't take himself off board from this position with the token. If the token swings and dies, then he wins on the spot. Yeah, I think you swing the token and find out. Or you pull up with the Uber driver. And now things are looking bad. We have double protect? Question mark? Yeah, alright. So we're going to burn one. And then we're going to Protoform to try and put a security back. And then add the one of back to hand. And then we protect with the Alphamon. Swing with the Dynus. Hits the body. Cool boy, nothing to search. Man, all of these still look like they're going to do a lot. I can't believe we actually made it out of that turn alive. I guess not having no Alphamon or Oryuken really mattered, and then of course getting to scramble back. So Harry's done a good job of kind of like staying alive. He's spinning his wheels still, because obviously, you know, we're on 4 cool boys. No cards left in hand, so it's really whatever you got. And you do have an Alphamon. Do get to load MDA, so we do get to burn one, gain 3 again, swing to attempt to clear, and then Double blocker, swing block, swing block, swing block, and die. So, yeah, Sapphire is going to take it. Royal Knight's going to take it over Alphamon. Still, those Signs of Life, the deck, really, really cool. But yeah, obviously, just the amount of removal in Royal Knights does make things quite difficult. If you like what you saw and you do want to see more, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Be good to yourself, watch the Shoutmon video, and as always, have yourselves a damn good one.